All right. First time doing SoCal Supermoto. First time in a one-piece suit too. This will be interesting. Got my street helmet, got my moto boots because I'm on a dual sport supermoto bike. Basically a dirt bike with street tires. And I'm borrowing their gloves because I don't have gauntlet gloves like these. Damn, that sounds nice. You hear that? Alright, riding their Supermoto today. Their DRZ400SM. Alright. Ignition on. Holding the clutch. We're dialed. Alright, let's go do some laps.
Were you behind me, Ruben?
Yeah. You're doing good.
That was when I almost ate shit. Were you behind me or who was it?
I don't remember. But no, you're doing good. You definitely did better than the last session. You're getting the hang of it. Just gotta breathe.
Oh, I was telling you, his body position, the way you ride, is boring. It's just great. You do the new version of motocross riding.
Really?
Which is like the relatively neutral, not the like the super foot out, not the super pushing it down. Like you have a very neutral, good.
That is like the new style in moto. Is like, you know, there's no need to take your feet off the pegs in moto.
On the pegs and nice and smooth. You got it. Your position's great.
Appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Next session. Key on, clutch.
Alrighty, y'all. Back to the stoke.
This is so fun.
Now I'm done. I'm looking at my apex. Peripheral vision identifies my turning point. Flick. Now I know I'm going to hit my apex. And then I start to roll on the throttle. You're not anywhere near the apex. So if you're not anywhere near the apex, you shouldn't be anywhere near the throttle, right? Like go slower, make the track smaller. And it'll be a lot safer too. All right, now we're coming into this turn right here. This is where I was talking about where on paper, I couldn't see anything from the photos that you're doing wrong. But I was listening to you and you're definitely getting on the pipe after the apex. And so that's just a, use that as an indicator. So a great indicator is, am I hitting my apexes? Another indicator is, am I getting on the gas before the apex? And if the answer is no, do a more exaggerated and slow out fast so you can tighten it up and get on the gas earlier. And also, I mean, I'll be honest with you, if there's a pro behind you, they would have squared you up. They would have gone a little bit deeper, probably backed it in like a boss, and they'd watch you, and they drive up the inside. So as you're swinging out to the outside, a pro rider is going to come up the inside and pass you down the straightaway. But I think just a later turning point and a faster flick. Oh yeah, so here's a perfect example. This is a sign that you're turning in too early, because you should be heading this direction now. You should be on the pipe heading this direction, and you're running out wide and then getting on the gas out here, right? So the fix is a later turning point, a marked turning point, a faster flick while going slower, and then get on the gas earlier. And you'll make up time because you won't travel as much distance, and you'll make up time down the straightaway. And don't crash that bike, because I have to get that back to Suzuki. So if you crash that, I'm charging you real money. not like fake money. Look at the difference in the line.
All right, so we got the new DRZ4SM. They don't call it the 400. It's, I think, still technically a 400. Gonna give this thing a try. This is sick. I like the lever placement. I like levers in, not so far out, so that's gonna be nice to try this thing out. We gotta wait for whoever's on the track to get off the track. I'm just gonna chill in the shade while I wait. These guys are ripping. I guess it's our time to shine.
I know. Let me know how you like that thing. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Carbon Merrill, Racer157. I do work with SoCal Supermoto out here at Apex Motorsports Park, spreading the stoke all day, you know, riding motorcycles.
So what is this class and what do we got going on here?
So it's a class of stoke to become better and safer motorcyclists, right? That's what we're all in the pursuit of. Follow-on training is a key part of our growth out here. We even do super newbie days for more brand new riders and helping coach them from the start. Come out here to Apex, everything's all inclusive from the day. We generally order pizza, photos are included. We've got a ton of gear to borrow, helmets, gloves, suits, boots, things like that. We've got a fleet of sweet DRZ400, third fastest production motorcycle in the world. You know, no big deal.
Oh yeah.
We also got some TTR 125s, KLX 300s, CRF 250, you know, KTM 390, a little variety of everything out here now, and you know, making sure everybody's got something to, you know, spread and share the stoke with.
What year are all these DRZ400s?
They're somewhere between not brand new and not too old. So we rotate the fleet really regularly. So it definitely varies. I mean, I think our newest bike right now is the DRZ4, which is a 25 model. It's now 2026. And I think we've got a couple bikes that are more like a 2014.
What do you like and dislike about these bikes?
My dislike about the DRZ400, it's really simple. I have to buy another one for myself. That's what I dislike because I already own too many bikes. What I do love about them, they're incredibly reliable. I like being able to push a button, the bike starts, and we get to go ride. Right? Keep oil, keep gas, basic maintenance, you can be pretty happy. Run Dunlop street tires on these. I believe we're running Q5s right now on pretty much the whole fleet. And it's amazing what just, you know, a good set of street tires, a good set of ASV levers, and steel braided brake lines can do. That's all we really need to be able to run a pretty respectable pace.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly not a real race bike, but, you know, could definitely have a lot of fun and a lot of work.
On the newer DRZ, what do you like and dislike about that bike?
All right, well, I dislike that it's new. No, I definitely feel disconnected from the suspension on the newer DRZ4 compared to what I feel like on this. Part of it being, though, we've been riding these for so long, they feel at home, right? So the new one's not the same. I think with a good set of cartridges, a tune, and an exhaust, that bike could be fantastic. Really, I do. But until we put that type of investment into one, the old faithfuls are gonna, you know, stay tried and true for my heart.
I want to say the biggest difference I noticed in them, like aside from the modern feeling of the cockpit on the newer, the DR4 they call it, they don't call it 400 anymore, DRZ4. Number one, the brake. That brake felt super soft and spongy. Come to find out it's got ABS now.
Most of our students don't even use the brakes to such a fashion to where they would activate the ABS.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one of those you might be riding a little bit more rowdy. You know, with your moto experience, might be helping you on that one.
Just a tiny bit.
These definitely don't have ABS on them.
Yeah.
Which is definitely a factor.
Yeah, I definitely felt the front end start to, I wouldn't say lock up, but you can definitely carry it further into the corners. It would feel like it would start to feel a little bit looser, if that makes any sense.
So there's so much with the rider aids, rider inputs that are going to alter things, right? This is, you know, as your first day playing around with the asphalt and street tires and all that type of stuff, you'll find that as you continue to grow and adapt your riding style, you know, your goal is going to be to ride the bike and not be activating that ABS or rider aid, right? And to the point to where realistically you'll end up turning it off, you know, so you can brake even more effectively without it. So there's definitely a factor, you know, in my biased opinion, where I prefer not to have ABS on the bike to begin with, you know, and let my hand do its job that works so dang hard to practice with. Still have to work really hard to practice with because it's a never-ending journey. I just learned more today from another rider that is, you know, at the track.
Yeah.
All right, so it's one of those things. At the end of class, I got to go to class.
There you go.
One of my favorite bikes to ride here is the TTR 125.
Yeah.
All right, 300-pound,
Dude,
you know, 6 foot plus. Dude, I have just as much fun on that as I do on this. So,
how did SoCal Supermoto class come about? Like, where did that come from? How long has this school been in place?
our Lord and Savior, Brian, no, AKA Corporate. I don't know. He's about 4,000 years old, I think. No, no, it's definitely. what, 15 years or something that SoCal Supermoto has been running, I think. You know, I've been part of the team for probably 5 years, and you know, it's one of those, it's Brian's endless pursuit to spread the stoke, right? He loves motorcycles and he loves all of this, and he's got a great ragtag team that I get to call a family, and you know, we get to support each other and help support students learn how to ride better and have fun. Right? That's ultimately the goal.
Being that I have that background in moto, I kind of already know I'm going to do good in something like Supermoto, but now that I actually got to get some seat time in asphalt and actually do it, that's probably the most fun I've ever had on a motorcycle to date, dude.
That's what we want to hear.
Dirt bike. More
That's
fun
what
than
we
dirt
want to
bike.
hear.
So,
right? It's one of those things, you know, we do our best to make sure it's a class that's full of fun. We're fed. Definitely bring drinks with you because it's a lot. But, you know, we got water here if you have a thermos or a bottle type of deal. But it's one of those things where that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Right? It's having the most fun you could possibly have on 2 wheels. And, you know, right here in sunny Southern California, we're like an hour from Los Angeles or something like that. It's not a bad drive.
Yeah.
Right? Like, within 2 hours, you can get to pretty much every major airport in Southern California. Like,
hell yeah.
So it's definitely the ultimate location here at Apex Motorsports Park. I'm a big fan. Definitely biased because I'm a huge fan of Hopper, but he's
A
owner
legend.
of Apex. Yeah,
Yeah, a
living legend.
That's putting it lightly.
Yeah, I mean, even right now he's off in the dirt section, moving dirt with his own 2 hands and a shovel. Like, the absolute legend.
Just goes to show the dedication that goes into this.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. He's trying to spread the sport stoke and help grow the next generation of riders.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, we're all in the same goal of, you know, growing this industry. The power sports industry is a small family and a core family. And, you know, I have the pleasure and luxury of working with a few different schools and groups, and definitely one of those things where, you know, follow-on training is the key. Just keep learning.
Yep.
That's what it's all about. Take all the classes, have all the fun.
It's not like I don't have experience on asphalt, but I learned a lot today. So, dude, appreciate it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And then for anyone that lives in SoCal, hell, if you live in North California or
Hey,
hell,
plane
out of
tickets.
state,
Yeah,
I
plane
don't care
tickets
where you're
aren't
from.
that
Just come to
expensive.
California, man. $400. Is it about the starting price, right?
Yeah, $400. We have a few different coupon codes available. You know, keep an eye out online for stuff like that. And you know, definitely one of those things where, you know, it's a long, fun day. Bikes, gas, tires, track entry, pizza, photos. You end up leaving with swag. You know, whether it's a T-shirt or a hat or something along those lines as well. You know, definitely, I think it's one of the most bangs for your buck type of class. Like I take a lot of other courses that cost a heck of a lot more money. I mean, worth every penny.
I
But
would say so.
it's also one of those for $400. That's about what I spend to come ride my own bike here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for? You know?
To do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
That'd be the next step. Okay, well, it was a pleasure having you out here.
Yeah, likewise.
Okay.
Thanks for everything.
Look forward to seeing you on the track a little bit more. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dano. Yeah, brother.
What's up, everybody? Brian with Corner Cam.
All right, what will we on the turn in? Get those elbows up.
We'll get him sorted. It's Monday. It's beautiful. 7 degrees. It's sunny. Pear.
He just bought a bike from us. We're fixing it up for him, so he's on the
A little early on the turn in, but all good there. Yeah, he just bought a DRZ from us, so he's out on the little TTR while we get his bike all properly kitted. We'll get the last of the shredders, and we'll get back to taking regular pictures.
Oh, Ruben's coming in hot, brother. All right. Ooh, oh, with gliding in, that's not good. All right. Oh, Tanya's first day. Brand new rider.
Brand new rider. She's shredding. Yeah, amazing. You. What's up, everybody? Brian, SoCal Supermoto. This is a 2008 DRZ400, which, as you know, is the 3rd fastest production motorcycle ever made. So I put it up on Facebook Marketplace for a day, and everybody annoyed the hell out of me. So I decided, you know, let's just give this thing away. It is a 2008 DRZ400. It's got a Texas title, no speedo, no turn signals, so we'll call it street legal-ish. Bill of sale will be included. And to win it, all you got to do is book any school day between now and June 8th. Any school day, we will pick a winner at random and give them this bike. And if you've already booked a day between now and June 8th, that's cool. You're in the running. You're stoked. So yeah, book any SoCal Supermoto day, and as
somewhat decent chance you can win a 2008 DRZ400 Supermoto. It runs. It's got some Q5s. You're stoked. And please share, like and subscribe, follow, tell your friends. You.